Mirror, mirror, fogged and loud, what truth today makes the future proud? Talking to y'all, even if it's one person, puts a smile on my face because it is mission zero, helping even just one woman not have to go through what I went through, not have to be caged. I've been in two of their most terrifying cages: involuntary psych holds, jail containment, which, if you've been following along, just means solitary confinement with no privileges at all, treated like an animal, thrown and forgotten. No information, no nothing. No charges stuck. Just a gray zone. Just a fun, horrible gray zone. So, I'm getting pretty, I guess, feral. You get it? Well, the Wampus hat. I'm getting pretty feral about just getting my book out there. And so I've made it free. I actually have a secret manuscript like page that I've been sending to journalists and, you know, interested parties that can read the whole book for free already. So I just decided to start sharing that link. We're supposed to have terrible weather this weekend. So, you know what? Everybody can cozy up and read some truth. But interesting thing happened. I emailed, actually, I'm just going to read this to you. I'm going to read this to you. Okay. I posted this on Rise of Wampus Facebook. I am not active there, but it is a place where content auto goes. So, you know, yeah. Last night, I emailed a list of people I'd reached out to after Hurricane Helene. If you're reading this, you were a person, place that I felt compelled to check on and reach out to after Helene. It's been a long 15 months for our region, and oops, okay. See, you gotta read stuff out loud. For many of us, and I've been violently arrested 4 times since that tragic storm. You might know bits and pieces of my story, but I have laid my soul bare in my book about Helene and the unbelievable twists and turns my life has taken since. No one was buying or seemed to care, so I made it free and thought, well, it's going to be cold and horrid this weekend. Why not share? So I insert link to secret manuscript. If you read it and it touches you, I ask that you respond with a line, scene, chapter, screenshot, etc. that stuck with you, or maybe your own memory from Helene. And if you have any podcast journalistic Cedric connections, I would be grateful for an introduction. After you read it and you feel compelled to share it with someone, I just ask that you purchase a copy to gift them instead of forwarding the free link. Here's the purchase link. I hope you are well, and I hope this new 9-year cycle we just stepped into is an era you have big hopes and dreams for. Regardless, I'd love a response on how you are and what you are dreaming about for 2026 and beyond. I didn't mean to disappear and hibernate and such, but I think after reading what has happened since, you'll understand a bit more as to why. Roar loud, Chandra. The only response, please remove from this list, from a person who I've shared meals with, who would recognize me in a crowd. So yeah, these 15 months have been lonely, isolating, and confusing as hell. But I will keep howling so what happened to me doesn't happen to other women. Even one more woman it happening to is too many. See, this isn't like reduction. This is zero. We want 0 women caged. I'd like to say 0 people caged, but we are not ready as a society for that. But we can have 0 women caged. I believe that. I snuggle down through the storm and read it. I've heard 0 feedback so far, so your words and thoughts would be salve to this old soul. even one line that stuck with you, one memory from Helene, or just I read it would mean the world. Roar loud, Cubs. The 9-year cycle is ours to write. You see why I don't read scripts, right? Reading is not like, I mean, obviously I read, but reading aloud is not my fave. I'd much rather just take the topic and riff. But I thought that was important to share because, I mean, our words really matter, And I mean, I wrote back to the person. I was like, maybe you don't remember me. I always thought you were firecracker, kind of thing. And thinking, like, you know what, you don't get to just say, please remove me when I've just poured my guts out to you in an email. But I responded back, said, I always thought you were a badass. And then she responded and said, back at you, you too. Hope you are well. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe she thought I had an assistant. Maybe she thought somehow I wouldn't know if she got a response. Like, I don't know the thought process, but I'm glad I responded because, I mean, it was nice to get some kind words back, quite frankly. But yeah, it has been an absolute struggle to share my story. People don't want to hear it. People want to blame me. People think I deserved it. It was my fault. It's the same kind of crowd that's blaming Renee Good for her own murder. And I mean, I'm not trying to lessen her story by tying it to mine. I'm trying to show that it's part of the same sickness. It's part of the same disease. It's part of the patriarchy. She deserved it. She's crazy. She should have complied. I hate that word. She should have listened. Do what you're told. Like, that's the same thing. It's the same attitude, I should say. It's not the same crime or whatever. It's the same attitude. And the way they're throwing around women, I mean, that has been so jarring to me. When did we become a society where ripping women out of their cars? I mean, I saw this tiny little woman. She couldn't have weighed more than 100 pounds. Just getting ragdolled on the ground in a nursing outfit. And again, we got to make sure everything's real, what's fake, what's real. Like, I am so convinced that these social media companies did these like ridiculous filters. I'm telling you guys, this mirror it wants to stay filthy. I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned this mirror, and it's just not wanting to stay clean, y'all, because our society ain't clean. Society ain't clean. So yeah, I don't know when tossing women about by militarized thugs became okay with our society. I mean, goodness gracious. It's just violent. There's so much violence and hate and like, I mean, I can feel their hearts. These people's hearts are in so much pain because your heart and your soul are in a battle with your mind. They are letting their mind override their hearts and their souls. That's not how life works. And I'll tell you right now, it's not how your bone road works. Your mind has very little to do with your bone road. It's your soul talking to the other souls that you have hurt in some way, shape, or form. It's your heart talking to other hearts that you've hurt. I don't know what you want to call it, y'all. You want to call it metaphysical. You want to call it psychic. You want to call it fifth dimension. You want to call it collective consciousness. I don't give a rat's ass what you call it. I'm just telling you what it is. And so once you've crossed over to that I don't know, kind of thinking, kind of realization. I mean, that Gestapo dude that wears the coat. Oh, I mean, I I, I know people are gonna think like, what is she talking about? I want to hug that dude. That dude is in pain. Kim Jong Un is in pain. Donald Trump is in pain. These men are in pain. These guys at Davos are in pain. They're in so much pain that they're trying to figure out how to live forever so they don't have to face the pain. Now they can cover the pain up with money and power and control. And they can just listen to their mind. And their mind is like warped and controlled and like telling them that they're gods. But their hearts and their souls are screaming out to the rest of us. The ones that are activated, the ones that have been through their bone roads, we feel their pain. We feel everyone's pain, but we feel their pain. So that's where this whole two-side bullshit don't work, y'all. It don't work. Until you literally love and, I hate to say it, but feel sorry for, pity, feel compassion for, feel empathy for, all these things. Like, that's how I feel for people on both sides. Because they think that these people care about them and they don't. Because they don't even care about themselves. I'm going to keep doing this. I might do this every single day for the rest of my life. Because talking into the mirror, for me, is more powerful than talking straight into the laptop, facing the laptop. Because I want all of you to look in your soul mirror. AI is a mirror. How you treat others is a mirror. What you do for a living is a mirror. How you respond to a heartfelt email is a mirror. Who you forgive, how you forgive, how you show up, how you support, how you challenge authority, all of it. All of it is a mirror. It's a mirror of your soul. And you know, I mean, yesterday I was being a complete brat to one of my friends. Why I say one of my best friend. And our dynamic is so brother sister weird all around, whatever. So like it's just, what am I yelling for? I'm not yelling at him. I'm yelling about things. I'm yelling about Davos. I'm yelling about AI. I'm yelling about things, right? But I don't need to be yelling like near him when he hates it. Like I can bring it down, right? So, I gotta make peace with that. You could say I gotta like that's another like a new piece on the bone road, I suppose. I mean, I don't know how the bone road ends. I don't know when it ends, if it ends, or I don't know. All I know is I've already had the dark nights of the soul, and I don't want any more. So I don't want to add any more bad karma to my plate. I don't want to add any more cosmic dookie. I don't want any of it. So, like, yeah, am I going to try to live the rest of my life like a freaking angel? Yeah. Yeah. Am I going to try to not hurt anyone ever again? Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to do any more soul to soul combos. Like, these are the hard ones. Now, soul to soul in a good way and existential way and all the, connection way, great. I'm talking the soul that you got to face, their soul that you've done wrong. Uh-uh. I think, I hope I'm good on that. And some people that know me or knew me or thought they know me or what, they might be like, she ain't apologized to me. Darlings, it's not about the human to human apology. Yes, some of those are necessary, some of those are needed. It's the soul to soul. And that can, some people might say, well, you're just letting yourself off the hook. You're just patting yourself on the back for an imaginary conversation. Cool. That's how you feel. Rock on. I know how I feel. I know how my soul and my heart feel. I try to not let the mind be in charge too much. I mean, that sounds it sounds kind of silly. I try to be guided by my heart and my soul, and then the brain can be like third, I guess, and like be the channel. It can be the like open, like vessel, whatever you want to say, but like keep it, letting the brain be in charge. I mean, I don't know. Brain can be ego, brain can be manipulative, brain can be a liar, brain can be fighting psychological warfare. Like the brain, I don't know, y'all. Brain is not as trustworthy as the heart and the soul. It's just, I don't know. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Brain is not as trustworthy as the heart and soul because the patriarchy, our parents, everybody, society, it's all been, the brain has been much more, I want to say warped and damaged. Everybody's heart's probably been pretty beat up too, but the heart just heals. I don't know. The mind, the mind keeps it all. The mind stores some of that. So the mind is much more complex, I would say. The heart and the soul are more pure. I like to operate from the purity level because then literally no one's your enemy. No one is bad. No one deserves crime and punishment and caging and dehumanization. We're either helping people feel more human or we're helping them feel less human. People think it's funny I wear this. You know what? Straight up, one, I'm obsessed with it. I bought it at a music festival and it's for like dancing and just, it's perfect. It covers my whole neck when it's chilly. It's cozy AF. It's adorable. I love the ears. It's technically a wolf hat, but because there's no face, I say it's a wampus cat hat. Okay? And yes, I don't have to fix my hair and I don't feel so self-conscious on camera when I do the filthy mirror. If you watch other content, you will see ball cap, you will see other hats, you will see hair sometimes. Not a big fan of my hair. But even that, somebody judging my wampus cat hat, somebody judging that I put on a bit of a character, I guess, or channel, I should say, the wampus cat energy to be able to hold power to truth, to bring truth to power. I mean, even when I said those world leaders' names, I'm like, why did I just do that? But why can't I? I mean, I can Google search them. I can AI them. I can be AI'd and Google searched. I mean, weird places have been Google searching me this week. Zimbabwe, Israel, a little tiny island in the Philippines called Palu. I thought Italy, but then it disappeared. So, you don't know how, I mean, whatever, internet, schminternet. But like, I'm just saying, y'all, be kind. Be kind. And if you're going to ask somebody to remove you from a list and you know them personally, just assume that they're going to read it. Even if they have an assistant, a team, if they're pouring their guts out, you could still say, please remove me from the list, but also say, I'm so sorry to hear of all the hardships, or holy moly, that's crazy. Like you got Oreo cookie it a little, maybe. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. I mean, whatever, but like we need a little balance. That's what rematriation is about. Rebalancing all of this masculine, freaking violent, freaking testosterone that is literally running our planet. Testosterone is running our planet. We all feel it. It's too much. It's too intense. We need some softness. We need some estrogen. And I am a very testosterone woman. I don't know. I've never had levels checked. I'm not butch or lesbian or anything like that, and masculine or transgender. No, I'm just got like I just got energy. I got cojones. Like I'll do what I got to do to be strong. I mean, one of my phrases, I am a mountain. I've already been through some of the worst things they can do to a person. I was lucky because it's only been a total of 12 days I've been in their cages. Look at Amanda Knox, 4 years. Now, her cage was much different than mine from what it looks like, but it's cage. It's a cage. I mean, cages. So, book's free. Read it this weekend. It's not going to be free forever, but we got to get some motion. We need some motion in the ocean, y'all. Rematriation Rebellion is running on fumes. Campfire Queen, Wampus Cat, whatever you want to call me. I'm running on some fumes here. Sold my wedding ring this week to help pay for the mortgage next month. But we're down to the wire. We're down to the wire of 8 months of howling. I guess I'm supposed to keep showing no shame. Just putting it out there, no shame, and keep howling. Love to hear some howls back this weekend, y'all. Love to hear some howls back. Actually got a comment. I don't get very many Substack comments either because of, I believe shadow banning and suppression. Or I'm from the future, and people can't handle the content and the truth. JK. But this AI architect on Substack was like, we were talking about the Davos, like how scared they are of AI and how weird it is and stuff. And like, just like a great little moment. Like he had a comment, I had a comment, and it was just like, wow, I've missed comments. I don't do this for fame. I do this to save lives. And I'm silly. I have survived their cages through laughter. I made guards laugh, like hard guards with like black eyes. I made them laugh. I mean, you gotta laugh through this stuff, y'all. You gotta laugh. And I gotta jump off because my computer's gonna die. Oh, universe, you are hilarious. All right, Wampus Cats, grab the free copy of the book. Read it. Let me hear it. Wampus Cubs, I need to hear you. I'm talking to you. I do not want any Wampus Cubs ever caged. I had never been caged for 44 years. No real trouble. A couple skirmishes with the cops, college and bonfires and just like, dumb kid shit. But like pretty much stand-up citizen. That all changed in the last 15 months. So just because you think you're on a good path, just because you've been a good person, just because you've done the right things, doesn't matter. Now, I'm 45. I do not want any young Wampus Cubs to ever be caged. So I'm going to help you protect yourselves. If you must protest in person, I'm going to tell you right now, write a number on your arm and permanent marker. You'll get it off later. You think you're going to remember phone numbers. You don't. It needs to be somebody that can come get you. It needs to be somebody local. because you might get thrown in jail. You might get thrown in jail containment. You might get thrown in holding cell, which is solitary confinement, which is awful. They don't feed you. They don't give you water. And you might get thrown in a psych ward. I'm telling you, you got to be careful out there, Wampus Cubs. They are ramping up the global militarization for more dehumanization. We say no. So remember, Wampus Cubs, the future can always wish until morning. In the meantime, you stay safe. Have a good weekend. Read the book. Let me know what you think.